Welcome to another edition of Backstage Pass, powered by the Sports Guys Podcast, with your host, Brandon Morrell.
Hey y'all, this is recording artist Natalia Albertini, and you're listening to a grand slam of music, sports, and entertainment. It's the award-nominated Backstage Pass podcast with Brandon Morrell on KYBN 98.1, your Bay Area broadcasting network. Stream the show anytime at thesportsguyspodcast.com and on iHeartRadio podcast. You can also stream at thwn.org.
And welcome inside the Backstage Pass. Of course, a flurry of shows over the next few weeks leading up to about December the 20th. We take our holiday break here, too, and happy holidays to everybody out there, too. KYBN 98.1, your Bay Area broadcasting network, and also the sportsguyspodcast.com. It's a grand slam of music, sports, entertainment, and, of course, out there, thwn.org. And our friends out there, too, iHeartRadio Podcast. Top search on iHeartRadio Podcast now, too. Appreciate you guys stepping up and listening to us. And, of course, if you've been following this season 28 of The Voice, we just try to put the best of the best talent on the air with us, too. And Natalia Albertini from season 28 of The Voice. Natalia, how you doing?
I'm doing very good. How are you doing?
It's good. I mentioned filling out these last few weeks of the shows and getting ready for a little bit of rest and relaxation. I know for you now, there's probably going to be a little bit more of that. Hey, talk about the journey, being on the show and, of course, what you learned. I mean, all the values, the things like that, the competition, the coaching. It had to be a lot of fun. Sad to see your run come to an end, but I know you learned a lot, correct?
Yes. Oh, my God. Super sad to see, the end of the show. But I'm also really just grateful for the opportunity given. I mean, this is something that I've dreamt about since I was a little girl. I think that until you're actually like, okay, I'm actually going to go audition for this, it doesn't really hit you. And I feel like now, even after filming the show and, having my run, I still find myself being like, wait, this actually happened. This wasn't a dream. This actually is what happened. And it feels so good to have been able to, meet Snoop, work with him, and find a future with the music industry and just meeting so many musicians and lifelong friends. So I mean, what else could I have gotten out of this other than just having the chairs to turn and having 3 performances on TV and just being my true authentic self? I don't think there's anything worse. I'm really grateful for the opportunity, and it's just all up from here, so definitely not the end of the road.
Oh, absolutely not. No, just the beginning. When you found out about the opportunity, was it something you kind of knew that, I'm going to go ahead and do this? It fueled your fire. Had you been thinking about this? What was kind of the backstory of getting involved with the show?
Yeah, for sure. I definitely have I've auditioned a little bit before. I've auditioned, the blind, not the blind audition, but the over the laptop kind of thing, just open call. That's what I did actually for the for this round as well, for the season 28. I just did it online. I was like, okay, let me just do this, just see if something sticks. And I feel like that's the kind of mindset you have as an artist when you're just trying to audition for a show like this, because I think for any show, you're just like, oh, let's just see what happens. And I knew that, I went to Berklee. I was very fortunate to do that. So I've worked with many musicians and, I've had friends that were on the show before. So it was just like, really just, I threw it up there and I was like, let me just try to audition, and it kind of worked out. But I always wanted to do a show. That was definitely something on my bucket list. Definitely something that had to do with music because that's my forte. And yeah, this time around, the 28th season, it worked out in my favor. So I mean, I'm really grateful for that opportunity. And it was just funny because everyone asks, they're like, so how did you get started doing this? And I'm like, I just did an open call. Like, I did it in the most, I feel like, easy way that, I mean, definitely harder to get on the show, which is because you're fighting with, everyone who's auditioning around the world. But yeah, I'm really fortunate to be one of the 48 people that got on the chair to turn. So
you should be too, because like I said, it's one of those challenging shows, no doubt about it. You're going to be up against the best of the best when you're in there in that competition, but I'm sure it teaches you a lot. You mentioned mentally and the coaching advice that you got from Snoop and all the 4 judges who are world renowned at what they do. And like I said, perfection when it comes to what it's like to be in the music industry. Talk about how invaluable that coaching was.
Yeah, I mean, Snoop is a legend. I always thought about, before I got the chairs to turn, I was just like, whoever turns, I mean, I can't go wrong with any of them because they all have had their their hand in so many amazing things. And they're just all amazing artists and human beings just in general. But being coached by Snoop is a dream. I mean, I've learned so much from him, and I'm one of the artists that feels like I have to do more sometimes than I have to. I work harder than I feel like I really have to sometimes when it comes to singing. And, he just really just was real. He just was telling me everything that I needed to hear, and it's not, you don't look at it as criticism. Like, you look at it as just, this is going to help me in the future. This is not something that's just going to, he's not here to hurt your feelings. He's not here to, and that's what really molds you. And I think that that's a takeaway. That's something I'm taking away being on the show, is that I was given the best advice, and I walked in there myself, and I'm walking out authentically me. And Snoop definitely is someone who is authentically himself. And that's something that you learn, but also it's just so great to be validated in knowing who you are. And he's just the best. I'm so grateful that he turned, and I'm just so happy I chose him as my coach. Seriously.
When you look at song choice, and you look at wardrobe choice, stage presence, things like that, things that you work on in this industry, what did you feel comfortable with kind of going into it, and what did you take from it? You're like, you know what, I'm going to try to perfect the craft in this way. Talk about that for me.
Yeah, I mean, for sure the songs that I was given, and all that stuff. I mean, I've sang some of my favorite songs on the show. So I never actually sang my blind audition song live. That was the first time I actually sang it at all, really, for an audience or anything. But Natural Woman, and being able to leave the show singing Stevie Wonder, I mean, I could not have been given. I'm just so grateful to have been able to sing songs like that on the show. But yeah, definitely, I've always been someone that liked beauty. I liked dressing up. I feel like every time I have a show, I do dress similar to what I did on the show. Whenever I do have my own performances, I dress similar to how I was on the show. So that wasn't really anything crazy. It's just so cool being able to, show your artistic abilities, but also how is someone going to perceive me? And that's when, being able to work with wardrobe and say, this is who I am. And, have them also be like, oh, well, maybe we will go in this direction with this kind of outfit or this. And being on TV is something new. I've never been on TV before. So this was the most, I've just kind of scared also, because I was like, I don't really know where I'm going with this, but I'm going to show up, and, I'm going to feel authentically, as I said, myself, but also I'm going to look like myself. And that's something that I'm happy with, because I feel like you look on TV sometimes and you're like, wait, that person does not look like how they did in the interview they had last week. So I definitely feel like I sang my songs that were me, and I looked like myself. I felt good on that stage. So I really couldn't have asked for a better run when it came to hair, makeup, and songs, because I loved every single thing. So it worked out.
Well, you look great. You sounded great. And, of course, I'm looking
much.
forward to just many more great things coming up.
Yes.
Again, Natalia Albertini joining us here, the Backstage Pass, KYBN 98.1, your Bay Area Broadcasting Network, and powered by the Sports Guys Podcast.com. Time for a little happy ending here on the show. It's now Natalia Albertini here on the show. Stay tuned.
Dream of someone to kiss me slow, to hold me close and never dare to let me go, to love me deeply for who I am, someone who makes me wanna be a better man. Oh, wherever you are, come give me your hand, and I swear to you, through good and bad times, by your side I'll stand. Oh, wherever you are, I'm waiting for you. My heart is open when you're ready, come on through. Oh, 'cause I deserve a happy ending too.
I dream of someone to love me right, who won't get up and leave me halfway through the night, to be my sunshine on cloudy days, who stays right by my side and never dares to walk away. happy ending too.
Oh, I've spent my whole life watching from the sidelines. Now I want a chance to play.
Spent so long believing I just don't deserve to feel that way.
But I know that it's not true, and I am worthy of love too. And I'm so close to finding you. Wherever you are, come give me your hand. And I swear to you, through good and bad times, by your side I'll stand. Wherever you are, I'm waiting for you. My heart is open when you're ready. Come on through. Oh, 'cause I deserve a happy ending too.
Hey y'all, this is Nashville recording artist Mary Sarah, and you're listening to the best in music and sports talk, the award-nominated Backstage Pass podcast on KYBN 98.1, your Bay Area broadcasting network. Stream the show anytime at thesportsguyspodcast.com and on iHeartRadio podcasts and at thwn.org.
Are you looking to increase your online presence? Are you searching for a new logo or company branding? Have you been considering more ways to reach the world with your business, ministry, or church's message? Berklee Music and Media is an award-winning design company that utilizes the latest technology while keeping the integrity of over 30 years of customer service. Web design, graphic design, multimedia, video editing, voiceover, commercials, logo design and branding, photography, and much, much more. See portfolios and testimonials online at www.berkleemusicandmedia.com or contact them today at 502-382-8299. Berklee Music and Media, your connection for the best in multimedia. Call today, 502-382-8299, or go to www.berkleemusicandmedia.com. Berklee Music and Media, integrity, technology, and design. www.berkleemusicandmedia.com.
Hey, y'all, this is Bucky Hurd with the Righteous Brothers, and you're listening to the award-nominated Backstage Pass on KYBN 98.1, your Bay Area broadcasting network. You can also stream the show on thwn.org and anytime at thesportsguyspodcast.com.
And welcome back here to the show, KYBN 98.1, your Bay Area broadcasting network, and our friends out there too, everywhere in podcast land, thwn.org, iHeartRadio podcast, and the sportsguyspodcast.com, a grand slam of music, sports, and entertainment. Appreciate all the work that our sponsors do out there. You know, with this one, I'd heard it out there 2024 when this came out. Love this song, and we all need that message in our life. The world's so full of just negativity now. You turn it on. I don't even watch the news anymore. And like I said, if people do, that's kind of their own thing. But this song had a special place in your catalog. It does.
Yeah. Happy Ending is a song that, I got to do it with like my best friend. He wrote the song and he was like, I have this song, and he showed me it. And I'm like, this is like the prime example of just, I deserve good in the world too. Like I deserve the happy ending as much as anyone else. So, and I'm just grateful to have sang it with him because I've known him since my Berklee days. His name's Matthew Orgel. He's just so talented as well. And you know what? This is just sends a good message, makes you feel good. Just also knowing who you are and just like what you deserve, and what life can, life throws you curveballs at times. And it's just, but making sure you are reassured to know what you deserve. And it's just a good message. And it's one of my favorites. So definitely one of my, I'll be blasting this till I'm 80. So.
And I tell you what, you're right. Blessing it to your 80, no doubt, too. What are you excited most about, with 2026 coming up and a strong run on the show? You can take a lot of this with you, what you learned, and like I mentioned, kind of continue to perfect that craft and what you want to, kind of work on in the music industry, knowing how tough this industry is. What are you most looking forward to coming up for the new year for 2026?
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to, collabing with my fellow contestants. I mean, that was one thing that I definitely can take away from the show is meeting some of my best friends, honestly, but also just some of the best musicians I've heard in a while. But also, I'm looking forward to just getting out my own music. There's so many songs that I feel like I have that I'm just like, I could hear this on the radio, and I think a lot of people would like this, and definitely a different side of me because Happy Ending is more of that like pop country feel, but I'm a pop R&B artist. And that's why I feel like as an artist as I am, I feel so good to be able to just do as much as I can, no matter the genre. Because when you're a jack of all trades, you can kind of do that. So yeah, no, I'm definitely looking forward to just getting out of my comfort zone. You know, I'm coming from the show, which is like such a cool thing, but also making sure that I know that better is coming, and with hard work, and just there's still work to be done, so there's nothing. I'm feeling more just amped and more of a fire under me to just keep this career growing with just the people that help me get there. So I mean, there's a lot of things I feel like are on the way, but music and live shows are definitely one thing I'm looking forward to the most because they're exciting, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, that performing arts side of it too, and the stage presence you mentioned, and getting out there and just being in front of crowds and performing
Yeah,
in front of crowds and seeing those fans sing the lyrics back to you, and also getting to know you as an artist
absolutely.
at Authenticity. I noticed earlier this year in August you'd put out just those classics. I Can't Make You Love Me, and I loved your rendition of this. I got to check it out on my streaming service
Please.
that I use. What was the inspiration to really grab this one and kind of put your own personal feel to it?
Yeah, I mean, for sure, that's a song that you don't want to touch the classics because I feel like sometimes when you touch a classic, you're like, oh, I might be ruining it for someone who this is their favorite song. And that song is one of my favorites. That was an anthem for me at a rough time in my life. And I definitely have learned. And my mom actually is someone who sang that song to us when we were like kids. Like she just would be singing around the house, like just very big fans of Bonnie. And, so I got with a friend locally, right before I actually got told I was going to the show. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna come out with this song. And it's my own interpretation. I didn't want to do too much. You don't want to overdo it to a point where it's like, okay, Natalia, this is a lot. But I wanted to do it my own version, and I'm a big arranger. I love to arrange songs. If I could do a different version of every classic, I would. But that might be a lot. But yeah, no, I came out with it and I'm feeling so good with it, and I just love that song in general, and I think that me and my friend Smurf got a really good take, and it felt really good. So no, I'm super happy that I came out with that, and that's just never live it down. So loving it.
Ask you about collabs becoming more the norm in the business now too. And every time I go to
Yeah.
Nashville to do my radio show live from there, or anywhere in general, we see a lot of crossovers. I mean, this past summer I had one of the biggest two icons step on my radio show, Gary LaVox of Rascal Flatts
Mm,
and the legend
wow.
Akon come in my
Yeah.
radio booth, and it was like, this is cool. Hold the Umbrella, which was a song they put out
Yeah.
this past summer, which if you haven't heard, it's a fantastic summer jam they just put out
Mm.
this year too. But that's so important in the industry to see people like that come together from different backgrounds and different genres of music. I guess two-parter here. Any plans for yourself for collabs, and what do you think about them overall in the industry?
I mean, I'm definitely keeping that window open. There's like so many doors that I have that I'm like, all right, they're unlocked, and it's just who's ever gonna walk through them will be the to know if that's something that's in the works for me. But just in general, I think that as an artist myself and who's still growing, that's the most important thing is to collab. It's so important to learn from other people. And the person that I actually recorded Can't Make You Love Me with, he's just someone that is so important to this industry and just a good friend of mine. So, and he's taught me so many things and just even in a small amount of time of knowing him. So I just think it's the most important thing for an artist to do is to know that there's people you should collab with, but also just writing with someone, but also, or maybe even just doing harmonies with someone, just you learn so much in that moment. And yeah, I'm definitely going to be collabing with way more people because it's just what makes you grow. And also, it's nice to see a different audience. Like their audience can see you, and then vice versa. My audience can see the person that I'm working with, and it's just nice to be like, "Hey, I'm working with this person, so check them out and give and show them some love and too." So it's a win-win all around, I think.
Well, it's a win-win on this song here too. Since you've been gone, it's Natalia Albertini. It's the Backstage Pass. Stay tuned.
than never before. Though I was in shambles when you walked out the door, I picked myself up and put back the pieces. Realized your exit gave me my freedom. Since you've been gone, I see so clearly what you blurred before. It's a new dawn. A new sun is rising up over the shore, and I'm a new me. You know people change, and so I'm moving on. You did me wrong, but I've been happy since you've been gone. I was so reliant, so dependent on you, but now I see clearly. These eyes are brand new. Thought you were my world, but then it stopped spinning. Thought you were my life, but I wasn't living until now. Since you've been gone, I see so clearly what you blurred before. It's a new dawn. A new sun is rising up over the shore, and I'm a new me. You know people change, and so I'm moving on. You did me wrong, but I've been happy since you've been gone. I was afraid to be on my own. Didn't wanna be all alone, but I'm better off than I was with you. All the hell you put me through that I didn't see. Now it's clear to me. Since you've been gone, I see so clearly what you blurred before. It's a new dawn. A new sun is rising up over the shore, and I'm a new me. You know people change, and so I'm moving on. You did me wrong, but I've been happy. Oh, I've been happy.
Hey y'all, this is Lana Love, and you're listening to the award-nominated Backstage Pass on KYBN 98.1, your Bay Area Broadcasting Network, and on iHeartRadio podcasts and anytime at thesportsguyspodcast.com. You can also stream the show on thwn.org. Thanks.
Is your home or business in need of a fresh look? Right Flow Pressure Washing and Lawn LLC is more than just pressure washing, providing professional cleaning for homes, commercial buildings, parking lots, roof cleaning, gutter cleaning, and so much more, including lawn service and landscaping. Our mission here at Right Flow is to exceed the needs of all our customers while providing all of our services at an affordable rate. We're committed to going above and beyond where the job is done right. Give your property the care it deserves. Call Right Flow today at 409-363-2565 or go to rightflowwashandlawn.com.
Hey guys and gals, this is Colby Calais, and you're listening to the award-nominated Backstage Pass with Brandon Morell on KYBN 98.1, your Bay Area Broadcasting Network. Stream the show anytime on the sportsguyspodcast.com and on iHeartRadio podcasts. It's a grand slam of music, entertainment, and sports.
And welcome back here to the show again, KYBN 98.1, your Bay Area Broadcasting Network, and our friends, the Sports Guys, podcast.com. All the shows, if you ever miss one there. Also, iHeartRadio podcasts and our friends at THWN.com. a grand slam of music, sports, entertainment.
So Since You've Been Gone is an original. So this was my original take on it, which yeah, I mean, I released this ripe age of, I think, 19, if I'm not mistaken, and is that maybe if I was actually 22. I'm not really sure, but no, I definitely, I came out with Since You've Been Gone, and I just, as I said, I was in a low point in my college years, and I'm like, this is a song of growth and, determination and just showing a different side of me, because I usually like to just write about, you know, either sappy stuff or happy stuff. So, I mean, it can go either one of two ways, but Since You've Been Gone is a beautiful ballad. And as I said, my friend Matt is actually the one who wrote that as well. He's like my best friend, and he's just also a mastermind when it comes to writing and music. So, yeah, no, Since You've Been Gone tugs at my heartstrings. This is my first song ever, my first baby. I actually released it on my birthday. So yeah, for sure. It's never gonna, and it kind of gives you that old feel too. It kind of gives you that older song, and just the skippy. So super, super, just the best. And it's just my first song ever. So that's why it feels so good in my heart. For sure.
And personal too. You'll never forget about that. It's like the first
for
fur
sure.
baby or the first child or something like
Oh
that.
yeah, for sure. That's my baby.
Of where you were, that's your baby right there too.
Yeah.
When it comes to songwriting, do you have a process, or is it just more or less kind of the personal experience? What goes through your mind with songwriting?
Yeah, actually, that's something that I'm getting better at. I feel like songwriting for me was always like a foreign language. I just never could feel it, but I'm realizing for myself how I've been going about it. It's like it is based on, if you kind of experienced it, it just makes it that much easier, to write about something that you like actually felt and went through. And Since You've Been Gone, I actually was going through this same thing at the moment. I was just feeling exactly what I was singing. So it just made it that much better to sing about something that I actually was going through. But I think that's just the joy of it, and there's also people who don't even have to go through something to write about something. And I find that way more interesting, to be like, oh, you just wrote a song based on someone, I don't know, just having a good day. And even if you're having a bad one and you're writing about, oh, I'm having a great day. So it's like, that's a joy of songwriting, and just just the there's so many songs that we listen to. I'm sure that person didn't even go through to know that that's just the song behind it. So the meaning behind it is definitely the story, and the storytelling is something that I love. I love a good song that you hear and you're like, oh, that's a story. And I'm already hearing just the story unfold here. And that's the joy of songwriting, I think, itself. So the story behind it. So
makes sense. No doubt about it. All right. Plans for the holidays, things coming up. What are you most looking forward to? A little downtime?
I think if anything, I'm still keeping busy for sure. I have a lot of shows in December. I have locally in Jersey. I'm from Jersey. So definitely a lot more shows happening just locally, local businesses, but that are really great for me. And I'm definitely looking forward to just, seeing who comes out, because a lot of people have been super supportive, and just the people, all the fans in Jersey, and just everyone really in the neighborhood and stuff just have been so kind. So I'm looking forward to see who comes out for that. But yeah, definitely the shows I have in December. But this year I'm looking forward to all the opportunities that will be given after the show and stuff. So I think I'm just still holding out, keeping it exciting, and just keeping it all up. So I'm excited.
Upbeat, no doubt. Now,
Yeah.
you mentioned Jersey there too, and I love it. I've never been to the city, but I've been up close to New York, and like I said, some of the places up in Pennsylvania and
Yeah.
up on the East Coast there too. So for you, is it Eagles, Giants, basketball, baseball? What does it for you up there, sports?
I am a Eagles fan. I literally am all Philly sports. I live 20 minutes right like from the bridge. So right over the bridge, I'm 20 minutes out. And no, yeah, I am Phillies till I die. I love it. All Phillies sports.
Well,
As my
tell you
dad.
what,
My dad
good
would be like,
quarterback there too that I got a chance to coach against down here in Texas. Jalen Hurts, everybody
yeah,
knows,
Jalen.
Pro
Right.
Bowl or Super Bowl champion.
Right.
So definitely look forward. He's on my fantasy team. He's killing it right now this year.
Yeah.
A couple of weeks where
Mm-hmm.
struggled a little bit. But
I'll
you
give
know
him
what,
that.
though?
I'll give him that for
You
sure.
did-
Yeah.
you dig any of the sports of fantasy football? You get into any of that?
I am not the most, I mean, listen, if I did that, I think that I would just spend all my money, or I would do things that I'm like, I don't know how to, I'm not I'm just there I think I'm the cheerleader. I'm on the side like, oh, that was great. And then people are like, that was not even a good call. I'm like, okay. But I know the concept of these games. I mean, I've been watching sports with my dad for my whole life. I mean, now we're sitting here, we're like, oh, since the Phillies, didn't do as well as we would like. When now we're sitting here talking about the Eagles, and we're like, if the Eagles don't, then the Flyers will. It's just like you just go to the next sport, and you're like, we're just gonna keep supporting. But no, my dad made sure he was like, if you marry anyone, it will be a Phillies fan. He's like, okay, got that noted. You know that. So it's like, okay, I got it.
That too. Make sure a Phillies fan is on her list of guys too.
Yep.
If she ever
Yep,
marries
that's for
somebody
sure.
out there. Let's talk about favorite foods out there. The Natalia Albertini food of choice. What is it?
Wow. Well, I feel like being from Jersey, we just have good food. I think Jersey has good food. I mean, my first time going to the West Coast was filming for the show. So that was my first time really being, outside of the East Coast. But I will say I'm a big pizza lover. I just like a good plain pie. I mean, that's one. But also I'm Italian, Puerto Rican, so we do have a wide range of food. We go from like pastas and then to rice and beans and just the whole. So it ranges, but I'll stick with pizza for now, just because we have amazing pizza in Jersey, and also like bagels and just stuff that we're very fortunate to have that are good. But I'll say pizza for right now. But I feel like tomorrow it will be like pasta something. So
I love that, dude. I was going to say Albertini. That's
yes,
Italiano.
yes,
So that's,
Italian, Puerto Rican. We are jack of all trades here.
so what toppings go on that pizza?
I like a good vegetable. It just say like a vegetable, cauliflower. I like that, but also I'm huge on plain sausage, like pepperoni, anything, or also just plain itself. Like I'm like, you either can jazz it up and put everything on there, or just keep it plain, and I'm gonna be cool with that too. I feel like I'm not a big ranch person though. I feel like a lot of people like ranch or fall to putting ranch on their pizza, but I'm not a big. I feel like people could probably be like, why? But no, I just plain or a lot of toppings. You can't go one or two ways: sausage, pepperoni, whatever. Cheese for sure. So.
Plain Jane cheese. I was going to say.
Yeah, cheese for sure.
The popular statement here on the show too.
Oh yes.
All right. I love this one because I pull it out of the bag from time to time. I love it.
Oh,
If
golly.
Natalia was a professional wrestler, like in the WWE, or at least to be WWF back then too, for all the stuff like John Cena's in, you look at all the great ladies division now, what would her wrestling name be if she stepped through the ropes and became a professional wrestler?
Something like Natty. Natty would be the first. I don't want to say you can't say Natty Ice, because I feel like that's like a beer, Natty Light, or it's too close to it. Yeah. But I think I could say like I don't know, like Natty Girl, or like Nasty Girl, or something like super, just like, I don't know, out there. But Natty would have to be in the, like, at least Nat would be in the first name. I don't know, have some fun with it, but I don't know. I mean, John Cena is legend, so.
Yeah, he is, no doubt too. And actually, the next few weeks winding down his illustrious
I know.
career. Sad, it is.
I know, it is. It is. It really is.
Speaking of New Jersey, there too. Like I said, love that.
Yes.
I should say Massachusetts, up there on the East Coast. You know what I'm talking about, right there too, for all the great states out there too. And there was a wrestler I paid attention to for a lot of years, Natalia, who was actually a wrestler on from the Hart Foundation. Her dad was Jim the Anvil Neidhart, who used to be a tag team guy. Of course, I guess he did solo too. The guy with Bret the Hitman Hart, which was a 90s wrestler. And so Natalia was a wrestling name just recently. Wow. I think she's still involved with the company. Yeah.
How did I not know this? I had no idea. I'm just like, oh, someone's living out there with my name. That's awesome. I'm glad. That's awesome.
And she spelled it just like you do too.
Wow.
Natalia. How about
no
that?
Y here, guys. No Y.
Love that too.
No
All
Y.
right. If you were never a working musician, what other career path would you have taken?
I probably would have went into, I probably would have went into either makeup, hair, or I also like love babies and stuff. So I probably would have worked alongside babies, maybe like in the NICU or something. Because you can't, I mean, they're not relatable, but I feel like I just also like want a job that I love, and I love kids, but also I love beauty and hair. So my mom is really good at doing all hair stuff. So I probably would have went into hair, but I do love babies as well. So can't really fall in the middle of that, but one of those two. But music is the thing, so here I am.
Music is the thing, and you know what? You take a little bit of this, a little bit of that from the hit TV show there, The Voice, and your career. Again, I know you've been at this for a long time too, but I'm going to say this: best of luck and congratulations on a great run. And I cannot wait to see what's coming up in 2026, because I know God's plans have more great things in store for you. You're one hell of an artist, and it shows on the show like that. We appreciate you being with us and looking forward to many more great things, and hope you'll come back and share your story even more in 2026.
Yes, please. Thank you so much for having me. This is so much fun. So yes, thank you. And yes, blessings ahead.
NataliaAlbertini.com out there too as well. And of course, I Can't Make You Love Me, the classic, the latest single across all the digital streaming platforms. We're back, of course, over the next few weeks. T.G. Shepard, Kelly Lang, and a whole lot more coming up here on the Backstage Pass, maybe a few surprises too. And Fergal Lawler of the Cranberries coming out over the next few weeks. If you want to hear those stories about all those great songs in the group that dominated the 90s, the Cranberries, will have the interview coming up over the next few weeks. God bless. Take care. We will see you soon from all of us here at the Backstage Pass. Take care. Happy holidays.
Hey, y'all. This is recording artist Morgan Miles, and you're listening to a grand slam of music, sports, and entertainment. It's the award-nominated Backstage Pass podcast with Brandon Morrell on KYBN 98.1, your Bay Area Broadcasting Network. Tune into the show on iHeartRadio Podcast and on the sportsguyspodcast.com. And be sure to follow me at my website, morganmileslive.com.